Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that some men, rich, powerful, successful, still can't hold on to the woman they love? And on the flip side, why do some men who are completely ordinary, not handsome, not wealthy, not flashy, end up being loved deeply and faithfully for a lifetime? Maybe you've thought before, women just want money, luxury, a comfortable life. But in reality, there are 3 things women long for even more than wealth. 3 things no one ever teaches us in school. 3 things that once you understand them, you'll never worry about how to keep a woman by your side again. Because you don't need to be rich. You don't need to be brilliant. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to know what truly touches a woman's heart. In today's video, I'll share those 3 things with you, based on psychology, real-life stories, and a few powerful moments that might completely change the way you see love and women. Don't look away, because if you miss even a small part of this, you could miss the chance to truly understand the woman beside you, or the one who may walk into your life tomorrow. So let's begin. Part 1. What makes a woman stay? When money is no longer there? There's a story I think you'll find familiar. A man once had it all. The dream job, a brand new car, and a loving girlfriend by his side. Then, his company went bankrupt. His bank account dried up. He lost direction, lost confidence, and eventually, lost her too. You might think she left because he didn't have money anymore. But it's not that simple. She didn't leave because he went broke. She left because he stopped being himself when things fell apart. He shut down, stopped communicating, lost control of his emotions, let fear dictate his actions, and in doing so, pushed her away. You see, money can disappear, but your energy, your presence, your emotional strength, that's what truly keeps someone around. Too many men believe, if I make enough money, she'll never leave. But women don't love your bank account. They love how you make them feel, especially when life gets hard. And the most powerful feeling a woman is looking for? Emotional safety. So what is emotional safety? It's not some abstract concept. It's real, and you can create it. It's when she knows she can share her fears without being judged. She can be vulnerable without being dismissed. She can cry, and you won't walk away or go cold. In simple terms, it's when she feels, I can be fully myself, and I'll still be loved. A famous 75-year study from Harvard found that the quality of our relationships, not money or success, is the biggest factor in long-term happiness and health. And within those relationships, it's not wealth that holds people together during hard times. It's emotional connection. True story, John and Emily, 2008 financial crisis. I once heard a podcast about a couple, John and Emily. During the 2008 crash, John lost nearly everything in the stock market. They had to leave their home of over 10 years and move into a small apartment. John feared Emily would leave him, but she didn't. In fact, she supported him more than ever. When asked why, Emily said something I'll never forget. He may have lost our money, but he never lost me. Every day he still asked me, are you okay? We'll get through this. I'm right here. And that was enough. So what should you do when life gets hard? 1. Be honest about your emotions and share them with her. Don't fake strength. Say something like, I'm struggling, I'm scared, but I want you to know I'm not giving up. Women don't need superheroes. They need real men who face the truth and keep moving forward. 2. Keep communicating. Don't go silent. Don't shut down. Don't disappear into your own stress. Silence is a relationship killer. Instead, say, today was rough, but I'm glad you're here. You don't need solutions, just connection. Stay calm. Even when everything's chaotic, you might not control the situation, but you can control how you respond. Real attraction is built when you can smile through the storm. That calmness, it becomes a shield for the woman beside you. A woman won't leave you because you're broke. She'll leave when she no longer feels seen, heard, or emotionally safe. And sometimes, losing everything is the perfect chance to show her who you really are. Part 2. Why do some rich men still lose the hearts of the women they love? In today's world, a man's success is often measured by money, status, and power. But here's a truth that not many men like to admit. Many wealthy men are lonely inside their own homes. They're successful in business, but broken in love. They can buy anything except a woman's genuine affection. Why? Because money is only the entry ticket, never the guarantee. Most men think, if I get rich, I'll give her everything she wants. Then she'll be happy. Wrong. Money can take her to Paris, but it can't bring you closer if your hearts have drifted apart. Money can throw a fancy wedding, but it can't build a marriage. David, a Florida real estate millionaire. David, 52, owned 3 vacation homes, 2 companies, and had over $12 million in investments. He married Linda back when he was just starting out. Once he made it big, he showered her with gifts: Porsche, Rolex, Chanel handbags. But she still left him. In a letter, she wrote, "You always gave me gifts, but never asked if I was hurting. I lived in a castle, but felt like I was locked inside it alone." David had everything, except the one thing that mattered: real emotional connection. Michael, a business owner in the US. Michael, 47, ran a multi-million-dollar lumber company. His wife, Olivia, often felt invisible. Michael always said, "I'm busy. I'm doing this for our future." But for 10 years, he never took her on a real date, never asked, "Are you feeling lonely?" She eventually left, not for another man, but because she had felt emotionally abandoned for far too long. What do women truly want from a man? Hint, it's not money. Here are 5 things that matter more than wealth. 1. Deep listening. Not listening to fix, but to understand. Let her speak without rushing to solve. Just be present. 2. True presence. Your body may be there, but is your mind? Put your phone down. Look her in the eye. Ask, "How was your day?" and really mean it. 3. Appreciation and gratitude. She doesn't need daily compliments, but she needs to know she's valued. Say thank you for dinner. Hug her when you get home. Send a quick message, "I'm grateful you're in my life." 4. Respect for her emotions. She might cry over something small, but if you mock her or brush it off, you're invalidating her experience. Her feelings are the key to her heart. 5. Partnership, not control. She doesn't want to be managed. She wants someone to grow with. Ask about her dreams. Support her goals. Respect her freedom. So she chooses to stay, not because she has to, but because she wants to. Uncle Robert, retired, but rich in love. Robert worked as a factory worker all his life. He never made much. But his wife, Elaine, once said, "I never needed much, because Robert always made me feel deeply loved. Every morning, he makes me coffee. Every evening, he holds my hand on our walk." Robert didn't have wealth, but he held on to his wife's heart for 42 years. So why do wealthy men often fail at love? Because they know how to invest in business, but not in relationships. They build 5-year financial plans, but never make 5-year marriage plans. They hire marketing experts, but never ask their wives, "What do you need from me to feel loved?" They understand customers, but forget that the woman next to them needs to be understood too. 5 habits to keep a woman's heart. 1. Keep a gratitude journal about your partner. Once a week, write down 3 things you genuinely appreciate about her. Maybe it's the way she laughs. Maybe it's how she always remembers your mom's birthday. Noticing the little things reminds you of how beautiful the ordinary can be and how easy it is to forget. 2. Schedule a weekly date night, even if it's at home. You don't need a fancy restaurant. You just need one evening. No phones. no distractions. Just the two of you, talking, watching a movie, or cooking a meal together. What matters is showing her, I still choose you. 3. Express your emotions every single day. Say the small things. I missed you today. You looked really strong handling that situation. These aren't grand gestures, but they carry more weight than a $1,000 gift. Why? Because they connect heart to heart. 4. Take initiative to apologize and to forgive. She doesn't expect you to be perfect. But she does need to see that you're grown up enough to say, I was wrong. A sincere apology at the right moment can save an entire relationship. 5. Be a life partner, not just a provider. Ask her, what can I do to make you feel more loved this week? That one question can be more powerful than a diamond ring, because it says, I care enough to ask, I care enough to act. Men, listen. You might not have a billionaire's bank account, but if you learn how to love her the right way, you'll have something money can't buy. A woman who chooses to stay because her heart feels safe with you. If you want to keep her heart, start with this. Listen, care, and be real. And if this video touched your heart, share it with a man you admire. Like, subscribe, and let's keep learning how to love better and live deeper, one story at a time. Why is it that some ordinary men are loved deeply for a lifetime? Have you ever seen an older couple holding hands in the park, sharing a quiet laugh, a warm glance, and you thought, he's not rich, not famous, not even tall or charming. So why does she look at him like he's her entire world? That is the miracle of real love, and it's something many successful men will never understand. Because the strength of an ordinary man is often rooted in something extraordinary. It's not his looks, not his career, not his bank account. It's in how he shows up, with consistency, with kindness, with quiet empathy. Women may be drawn to appearances, but they stay when their hearts feel safe and seen. Chuck and Margaret, married 60 years. Chuck was a retired mailman in Ohio. Never made more than $40,000 a year. No big house, no luxury car. Yet every morning for 60 years, he made Margaret coffee and left a handwritten note. Good morning, my love. Margaret once said, he never promised me Paris, but he gave me something better. A man who showed up for me every day with his whole heart. James drove his wife to work for 15 years, even though it was only a 5-minute shortcut. When someone asked why, he said, because it's the one time I get to just be with her. To hear her talk about her day, her little office stories, I don't want to miss that, not even for one day. His wife Emily once said, he's not rich, but I've never felt alone with him. Lasting love doesn't need grand gestures. It just needs the right ones. Here are 5 things ordinary men often do that make them loved for life. 1. They see a woman's true worth, not just her beauty, but her spirit. I love you, not because you're pretty, but because of the way you care for the elderly, because of how your eyes light up when you see a child. When a woman feels truly seen, she opens her heart deeper than you can imagine. 2. They choose partnership, not control. A man who loves well doesn't ask, where are you going? He asks, did you have a good time? Because he doesn't fear losing her. He creates a space where she always wants to return. 3. They express love daily, not just on special occasions. They buy flowers, not just on Valentine's Day. They cook when she's tired. They say, I'm lucky to wake up next to you. Not because it's poetic, but because it's true. 4. They stay through the hard moments. No judgment, no walking away. Just presence and quiet reassurance. You don't have to be strong today. I'm here. That's the kind of moment a woman remembers forever. 5. They live by their values, even when no one's watching. Honest, respectful, thoughtful. Not to impress, but because that's who they are. And that kind of consistency is what makes a woman feel emotionally safe for life. Oh, Emily's dad, 30 years, one pair of shoes. Emily, a lawyer in New York, once said in her wedding speech, "My dad worked in a factory his whole life. He never had fancy things. But every new year, he bought my mom a new pair of shoes and kept wearing the same old pair himself for 30 years. He didn't say, 'I love you' often, but my mom never doubted it because he showed it every day." So, how can you become the kind of man who is loved deeply, even without wealth? 1. Be honest with yourself. You don't have to be cool or impressive. Just be kind. Be real. That goes farther than you think. 2. Learn to listen emotionally. When she's sad, don't fix. Just listen. When she's happy, don't dismiss. Celebrate. Emotions are the bridge between hearts. 3. Be kind even when no one's watching. She sees more than you realize. A simple kind gesture to a stranger can make her fall in love with you all over again. 4. Show love through actions. A meal you made yourself. A message on a random Tuesday, "I miss you." A hug when she's had a tough day. Love doesn't need a reason. It just needs a moment. 5. Be her safe space. When the world gets overwhelming, let her know. With you, she can rest. With you, she's home. You don't need to be a man who has everything. Just be the man who knows how to hold on to one woman's heart. Because attractive men might get attention, but kind men get chosen for a lifetime. If you're on the path of becoming that kind of man, I hope this video is your starting point. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because here we're learning how to live more deeply and love more fully, one story at a time.